couldn't wait for it. Running out of paint storage, we was made for it. Now we getting paid for it. Ayy, upstairs with the champagne pouring. It's just different when it's a self-made story. And I know I got more to prove. I wasn't born to lose. I can't do mediocre.
What's up, YouTube? This episode is sponsored by Faded Luxury Barber Lounge, located on the south side of Atlanta, Georgia. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Faded Luxury Barber Lounge. Now let's get into this episode. Now, I got Big Bag Bullies Tika in the building. What's going
up,
on?
Y'all? How y'all doing? Big Bag Bullies in the house.
So, how long you been breeding?
Okay, so officially, like Big Bag Bullies, 3 years.
3 years.
3 years. I started like 2019. I bought my 2 Frenchies. But like breeding all together, I bought my first dog outside of like my house dog that I grew up with in 2011. And I fell in love with the breed then, and people used to always ask me about you studying him out. So I would stud him out here and there. Didn't have too many litters, off of them, and it was people that I knew. And of course I didn't whelp them, the people whelped and I helped. But officially 2013.
Okay. So what you like about the bully breed and the culture? What you like about it?
Well, my love for the bully breed started with pit bulls.
Okay.
So like I said, my first dog when I was an adult was a pit bull. His name was Nike, and he was a blue brindle, and I fell in love with him then. He was outstanding. Like, he wasn't like the typical, he was a razor edge Gotti.
Okay.
So
some of that old school.
Yeah, but he wasn't like on the slinkier end. He was filled out very nice,
More big bone.
Yeah, very big bone, but not like a bully pit. You know what I'm saying? Because he clearly was not a bully, if that makes sense. Because people be like, oh, I have a bully pit. I don't know what that is, but you either have a pit or you're a bully. But he, I knew what he was, and of course I bred him to other pit bulls, if that makes sense. But he was an outstanding dog, and then I took a break from dogs, period. And then my daughter got me to get my Frenchies because she liked puppy dog pass.
Okay.
And I said I wasn't getting no pugs. So I was like, you know what, we'll get Frenchies because they kind of like have similar faces, features, if that makes sense. And then I grew up with the Pekingese. Like, that was my house pet when I grew up as a child. Like, I had her from kindergarten to she died my senior year.
Those were some expensive dogs too back in the days too.
My parents paid like $3,000 for
that's
a dog back in the
then.
day.
Yeah.
And she was well, I called her blonde back then, but now I know she's cream. She was a cream Pekingese.
Okay.
Oh my God, beautiful smush face. Like, we used to keep her groomed with like little pink bows on her hair. Pink bows on her hair. I love me some Fifi, but she died my senior year. But I was familiar with the brachyleptic breeds dealing with her.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me get my feet wet, And then I was introduced into like the exotic bullies and the bullies back when I bought my dog Nike, because the breeder that I bought him from was getting his feet wet with the Dax line blood.
Okay.
And he was telling me about it. He was like, Tika, you need to get this dog, get the Dax line dog. And I'm like, I don't really know. I don't really know if I like them. Like, so I just was like, yeah, I'll stick with my Nike.
True.
I like that. That was the standard that I wanted. Like, I didn't like the mixed dog look at the time, but the Frenchies kind of helped me grow to love their little smug faces, So they helped me.
So with you being a female breeder, and I see y'all just won Best Mural at Bully Cup.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
And we won Best Mural at Bully Bags and Baguettes.
Okay,
ran by Dan Danley and Peachtree Frenchie.
That's what's up. So you being a female breeder, what's some of the ups and downs in the bully game for you?
The ups, I would say, it's not too many of us. So I don't really want to say like the females are competition. Like, I'm like a competition with another female. I don't want to say that. But it's not many of us, so we stand out, if that makes sense. Okay. You see us at a show, it's like, oh wow, she a female breeder. Like, oh okay, like let's go see what she got over there. Or, let's follow her on Instagram, or let's see what social media she has. So, I mean, it has its ups as far as that is concerned, but it can be very biased, which is the down part.
Okay.
Very biased, meaning like you have people that maybe won't buy from a female because they feel like maybe that we don't know what we're talking about, or maybe our dogs aren't produced to the same caliber as their dogs, and we're taken for granted, if that makes sense. But it's okay because my foot on their necks. My foot on their necks. It's okay.
I heard that. So what got you into the murals?
Twix.
Okay.
Twix. I don't want to say I wasn't a mural fan, but Twix made me look at them.
Okay.
He made me look at them, and I fell in love with him on the internet. And I first had hit Fred up about buying a puppy. Like, I was interested in buying a puppy and trying to see like how much the puppies cost. And then I had came across my female purchase, Honey Bun, which is Papa Punk's mom. I purchased her, and I was like, you know what? I can make a Twix. Like, I can make a mini Twix if I wanted to. Like, I could just use a stuffy instead of like buying from them, which wouldn't be a problem, you know what I'm saying? But why not produce them? So I hit Fred up, and I was like, what's his stuffy? His stuffy was, I think, like $3,500 at the time. Okay. Locked him in, and by the time I bred to him, he was at $5K. And I did an in-person breeding, drove down, because I was living in Florida at the time, and I drove down to Miami to do the breeding, and then I actually delivered the puppies up here. I was living up here by the time she had the babies. Okay.
So before Twix, what was your ideal look for a bully? Like, in your opinion, what was your ideal look? What was you looking for?
I would probably say micro class for sure, but on the higher end of the micro class, not on the. I do like the smaller dogs. I do like the nanos. I do want to shrink my camp. I do want to shrink some of my dogs because that's like the wave that is going. But as far as like longevity purposes, I would say 13, 12 inches. Okay. 11 inches, somewhere in there. 11, 12, 13. Structure, nicely structured dog, clean face. I like muscles. I like to see muscles, but I also like to see mass too. I don't like to see muscles and no mass because then it makes the dog look bulimic. Or anorexic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly.
It looks nice, but then at the same time, like, okay, are you feeding it? You know, like, is it getting its nutrition? So that's my ideal. But a structural face for sure. Like, if I could take Giagi's face, I like that Miyagi face. Okay. Lemon drop face, you know, big heads with a snout, maybe like 2 fingers. I'm not really into like the one. Yeah. Or like the no muzzle. I mean, I'll get it if I have it in a litter and it's raw, yes, of course. But my ideal would be like 1 or 2 fingers, and then at the muzzle. Of course, fronts. Bull Sachi fronts, shoot. I think if everybody could get Bull Sachi fronts, you know, thick mass, I think that's everybody's goal at the end of the day. They want a nice structural sound bully that somebody's gonna be like, yeah, I see that dog and I'm breaking my neck to look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a real showstopper.
Yeah, a real showstopper for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Exactly. So how do you feel about the no tail, kink tail, short tail,
short
full tail?
Okay, so I have dogs in my camp that have no tails. I have dogs in my camp that have kink tails, and I have dogs in my camp that have tails, right? If we're gonna go talk about what I'm aiming for full tail. Now, of course, I have dogs that have no tails, and I have dogs. Papa Pump has a kink in his tail. You get what I'm saying? Papa Pump is not. I love Papa Pump, and there's more murals out there who look better than him. Don't get me wrong, but I'm always root for my dog.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I know my dog's faults, and I know how to breed him out to better him, if that makes sense. Exactly. And I want to better him in house. I mean, other people obviously are going to use him too. We can better him as well. But that's their vision, and I have mine.
True. That's true. You sound like you know what you're talking about.
I do. Just a little bit.
Oh yeah. I've been following you for a while. Okay. I like what y'all got going on.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate having you too on the show. So.
Oh, I appreciate the love being here for sure. I don't, you know what, but it's not easy. I don't do it by myself. My boyfriend, Big Bad Bullies Peasy, he helps me out a lot. He's very hands-on with me and my dogs. I actually got him into dogs. Like, he wasn't really a dog person. He became a dog person because of me. And then my brother, his name is I'm Way Fuck It on Instagram. Okay. And he helps me financially. He's my he's like my CFO. He's the person that believed in me from the jump and was like, you know what, sis, we're gonna make this a business and we're gonna run with it. And
that's real.
We're gonna set the game on fire. So I say, you know what? I'm glad you believe me. I'm gonna do this shit.
That's real. Yeah, that's real.
If nobody believe me, you believe me. So we doing it. So with the 3 of us and with the 2 guys I have behind me that's supporting me for sure, Oh, I feel like I'm gonna be in the game a long time.
Yeah, I believe
This
it.
ain't the last for me. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, so before I let you go, tell the people what you got going on as far as like breedings, like what shows you might have coming up.
Okay, so the shows that I know for sure that I'll be attending will be Bully Pedek shows. He has 2 coming up in November. I'm going to Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's hosted by Just Real Bullies.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Greenville, South Carolina, and that's hosted by Illuminati.
Okay.
So I'll be at both of those, and those are both in November. I believe one is the 5th, and then I think like the 19th. They're 2 weeks apart.
Okay.
The one's the first weekend, and the other one's the 3rd weekend. So those will be for sure that I know I'm going to out of state. I'll be going to the ones locally here in Atlanta, pending me whelping litters.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
I do have some litters coming up that I'm trying to confirm with Papa Pump in-house, and then I have a female that I just bred today
Okay.
with 404 Bully Camp, Super Gremlin.
Okay.
So we did that today. That just went down right before I came to meet with you, and you know, pending everybody confirms. If the bully gods love me,
exactly.
if the bully gods love me,
Exactly.
then you know, then I'll be attending the shows locally. If you know, if they show me some like, okay, just wait this one out, then I'll be attending some different shows out of the state too. But I just haven't made up my mind just because of time, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. What about you? You attending any shows?
I want to go to the one that they're gonna have on the 30th of July. I think
Okay,
it's like a stack. I think it's like a stack.
Yeah, so I'll be at those for sure because none of
Okay.
my females would have been. They're not going to be ready yet. They're going to be ready the first week of August.
Yeah, I wanna
so I'll
check
definitely be
that
at that No Limit Bloodline. That's the one you're talking about.
I think that's
yes,
it.
I'm gonna be
I
at
think
that one.
I seen it on your page too. on
The
Instagram,
1v1 stack
Yeah,
off. Yeah, I'm gonna be
yeah.
at that one. I really want to go to Bully Mansion too, but that one, of course, like I said, is just going to be pending the puppies because it's in September. And with them being so young, I don't like to go around too many dogs, you know, and then come back and then have to deal with the puppies. So that's just going to be up in there. But, you know, if everything's good, then I'll be there.
All right, cool. All right,
So relax to me. Big bad bullies be in the house.
Yep, it's good having you. Bully Talk with Will, episode 7.
Episode 7, my favorite number. Thanks for having me, for sure.
Appreciate having